Welcome back, everyone. As we inch ever closer to Nintendo's E3 Direct and us all losing the absolute shit over whatever happens, I've got somewhat of a different kind of video. It's got multiple purposes too. I haven't been working that hard on my Super Mario World hack lately, and there isn't a lot of gameplay with the Mario Maker 2 Super Mario World Desert theme. I discussed it in my recent palette video, and a few guys were interested in seeing this desert, and it's kind of looks like a mountain theme that Mario World offers. It's pretty much Chocolate Island, but in this video I'll be making a level and showing this palette and setting in a more typical expert to super expert level type that you'd see in Mario Maker instead of just a Chocolate Island level. Because this is ROM hacking, I'm going to be able to do a few unique things which will be shown off soon. I just need to preface this. This is just inspired by Mario Maker 2, and the differences between the two editors like Mario Maker 2 and Lunar Magic I think are good to compare and contrast for what we like about the level editors. For example, I center my level around bullet and banzai bills for the first half, and banzai bills only go right in Mario World, so the all-direction ones in Mario Maker 2 are really incredible and open up a lot of new possibilities. It is able to somewhat build a banzai bill blaster using vanilla assets, and it doesn't look terrible, not fantastic, but not bad. A few people also wanted to see a video centered around more level making processes, so here's that. Anyway, let's roll the footage of me making the level with commentary and some gameplay for testing purposes. Alright, I haven't actually built anything in the level yet, but I've done some of the important conceptual framework before actually getting started. In my level design tip video, I talked about how a theme, like a core theme, makes a level really good, and if you look at Nintendo's levels or any platforming game, they always have a theme for their levels. So the theme for this level is going to revolve around these two things: banzai bills, and in World they can only go one direction. And Mario Maker 2, I'm really excited about the ones that go this direction and then up and then down, because in World they only spawn in if you're going from left to right. They'll come at you. So Mario Maker 2 is so hyped in that category. And then I'm gonna use something. I don't think this is a Mario Maker, but it's the generator, which will spawn both bills from your left and your right in every direction. Bill blasters, and then a darker pipe, thanks to the ROM hacking palette. So this is gonna be my core theme for the level. Alright, this is kind of ridiculous. I haven't really even made anything. I was just working on maybe making it come out of a cave, but then I got carried away and tried to make a giant bill blaster, you know how they're in the Wii games. In the newer series, there's these giant bill blasters that shoot the big bill. Maybe I can make it a little bit taller because it still doesn't look like it would actually or maybe it would come out of it. I'm not sure, but in ROM hacking there's this thing called map 16. I went over it in my Lunar Magic tutorial video, but basically you can take a bill blaster like this, and then you can turn it upside down, you can flip it around, and then you can take parts of it, as you see here. I've used the top of it over and over again, and then just the black inside to make a bill blaster. And then you can see some remnants, some other stuff I've been doing, making decorations and whatnot. And I'll talk more about that later when I actually make the level, but I think we'll use this. Alright, I haven't gone too crazy yet with the building. I've just got a very little bit. I'm still having to fill in the dirt up your top. The basic idea is that this is a desert wasteland / mountains. It has tons of bullet bills. I'm using little details to bury them into the actual hill. But that's just an aesthetic thing that you can do with the map 16 editor. Same way I made the banzai bill cannon. But I'm using slopes which are in Mario Maker 2, semi-solid platforms but are they're not the fancy new ones. They're just standard. But here's my basic idea. So you've got these craggy things which are going to be completely filled in. It's you're actually in the mountains, right? And then there's bullet bills everywhere shooting from these cannons that are from the top and down. And then there's going to be a generator, which means that there's going to be even more that are literally coming out of nowhere. The plan is to jump on top of this guy when he comes out of this to make it up here. Otherwise, I don't think you'd actually be able to make it. Or you could use a bullet bill right there, but you're going to have to use one of the enemies to get forward. Go through this tight little section while you're avoiding people. Then I have a little slide right here where you'll go down through here. You'll avoid this guy. We'll have to actually test the timings on that, so I think we'll do that right now after I fill in this dirt. See if you can make it into the semi-solid platform before this guy spawns. We might need to edit his... I think I'm actually going to move him back right now, so you're get to see a little bit of the process. I think we'll want to make it move back a little so he can actually come in and give you a chance to get up here. Level making is all about trial and error, and I'm going to do a lot of trial and error, include it in this video, but not all of it, as you have to do lots of small little tweaks to get something even remotely working. Alright, another progress report. I've made it a little bit more progress. I still haven't tested this guy or put the dirt in there, but I think the timing should be working out, and I'm making it so you gotta do a little section where you jump here and here. I'm gonna put bullet bills, into both of these blasters, so you're gonna do some more jumping. And the generator's still gonna be on. And I think I'm gonna have like a little, not like a maze, but like a platforming section where you're going up through like the mountain. You're gonna come back down into the desert, which I'm yet to build. But I'm gonna talk about decoration and then do some decoration. I've got some pre-built things. Obviously, in Mario Maker 2, you're not gonna be able to have blocks halfway in the ground, but you are gonna have various blocks, such as the gray concrete block, and then even normal blocks. And depending on what you're doing, ice blocks are a good one too. But decoration, and just putting a few of these like around the place in proper areas, like maybe next to the bill blasters. That one looks good, I think. And then we can have this a little higher up, even though you're never even gonna be able to see that. It just makes it a lot more appealing in the editor. And then I can copy and paste these a few places, put some right there, put some blocks here to make you actually have to jump, right? Because even if it's just a little bit of decoration, it'll affect how you actually play through the level. And just adding those few gray blocks, I think, has done a lot. When you're making a level, you'll probably have this too, where you have like things you're using just hanging around. And that's why I think the pin feature in Mario Maker 2 is really awesome, because you can just pin things to the top of your hotbar. But anyway, this is quote-unquote quicksand. It's not really quicksand. It's what Mario World would refer to as still water. Because here I'll show you. You actually have water tiles, and like I was talking with people on this in the comments, like I think Nintendo doesn't want water tiles because it would just look really jank to have like a big blob of water just in the middle of your level. There is water with animated surface, which I think that they would add, but if they did it in a way, it would be like in a way where it would have to be spawned in with ground next to it. And some of you guys agreed with that, and I think that's pretty cool. But there's also mud and lava, which I could use in this situation. But if you touch it, you die. So I'm just going to use the still water, which kind of looks like quicksand, but it's just water. But it has the same effect of slowing you down. With modding, you can insert custom quicksand and change the properties of this stuff. But for the sake of simplicity and trying to stay unique to Mario World as much as possible, I'm using the still water. And I think I'm going to incorporate this a little bit more often into the level as we branch out of like the craggy start of the level and maybe get into more of a quicksand area. So we'll see how the level develops. Alright, so I just showed you some gameplay of the level, and I think it actually went pretty well and as expected. Like in this starting area, you can jump on the bill, but you don't have to because you can use this block too, and I think I'm fine with that. And then this area is very hectic because you got bullet bills coming from every direction, so sometimes it's hard to jump, sometimes you don't want to jump, like here, they'll come at the ground, and that's really interesting. And then you have the generator, which spawns random ones, so that's really fun. And then this section, which was supposed to be quicksand, is just water. But it kind of acts the same way because you got to keep jumping to actually move. Otherwise, you're going to get hit by this banzai bill most likely, or by this hammer bro throwing hammers. And then this section, this one I had to tweak a bunch because it's kind of weird. But because you can play solo bullet bills, it's a little section where you have to jump off of each of them. And then there's like a low ceiling, especially with this tucked in bill blaster. And I like low ceilings because it makes you actually have to do really precise and cool stuff. So you would go here, 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 and then off of this one, and then down, and then down here. But the timings on these guys are really tricky. I've had to move like this one from here to here, and then like this one was like here, and it was like this one was like higher up. So it's a lot of tweaking and testing, and it's still not perfect. But we're actually going to go into the subworld now. Which is, it's kind of like the scroll stop in Mario Maker 2, but it's really just a screen boundary in world. And if you don't have, like, let's say if there's nothing on this next screen, you just won't scroll. So the subworld is FD, so I'll load that up and show you what I got planned. Alright, in subworld FD, I'm going with more of a nighttime vibe. Obviously, it's not like the night theme from the desert. I don't think we've even seen it yet. Actually, I think we have because it was like with the parachuting boom boom and like the stars and there's wind. I can't do wind unless I do anything custom. And I don't have any like stars up in the foreground because there's like background palette stuff going on in here. But we'll keep kind of the bullet bill motif, but I'm gonna expand this and add pokies, because I've talked about pokies a lot from Mario Maker 2, because it's kind of crazy that we have deserts but we don't have them. But I changed them from yellow to be more of like their normal like orangish color. And then we'll use Monty Mulligan and Sumo Bros, a personal favorite enemy of mine. And then here's the checkpoint. So I'll get started on this. Alright, before I get any farther and start testing the level and like adding more to it, I'm going to show you what I got real quick in this subworld. So you got this Pokey, and then it looks like it's 5 blocks tall in the editor, but it's only 3 because it's only 5 if you spawn in with Yoshi. It's like a weird thing, because there's no Yoshi, it'll be smaller, it'll be a small boy. And then here we have a little section where there's 2 Sumo Bros, and they should shoot down their stuff. And it might be a little bit tricky to get there, might be impossible. I think it'll actually be pretty easy. You just wait for one and then jump through there. And I still got the craggy vibe, and I still need to decorate a little bit. But we got a power up here, and then you can spin on Pokies, so I need to put a blue coin indicator, because that's like, in my hack, that's like the indicator for blue coins. And then Super Mario Maker has its own like indicators, like you can put like a Z for spin jump, you can put like different things, like a block made out of tracks to like signify a hidden block, stuff like that. But the blue coin will indicate the spin, and you'll spin on top of the Pokies. And then I might need to adjust this timing, but then once you like spin across these gaps, you'll like stomp them with your spin and travel downwards at the angle underneath these things, and then here. You should be able to make this gap. I might need to tweak the exact placement of these guys, because they always come in, like they don't stay exactly here. They'll probably end up being here. That's the plan. Alright guys, I've added a little bit of decoration. I haven't added anything else, but I think that might be all for today, because I think this video is already going to be decently long, because level making is a very intricate and like time-consuming process. Like you can just throw some ground on there and throw some images, but if you want like a setup like this, I had to tweak the bullet bills a lot. Solo bullet bills are something you really got to tweak, because like their like forward velocity is like hard to judge in the editor. You actually have to play it yourself. So yeah, always test your levels, perfect them, make sure they're really good. This sequence is really fun because you can just kind of run through it, or you can just wait. But Sumo Bros are cool. So if you enjoyed this video, let me know so I can maybe do more Lunar Magic videos. I might do videos like this in the editor for Mario Maker 2, but I think I'm going to spend like days on my levels in that game, because I want them to be really crazy and cool. Lots of new stuff to play around with, especially those all direction banzai bills. But hopefully this video should showcase you like the desert a little bit. Let me go back to the main level. Here we go. So that's just lava, but then this was kind of quicksandy. And then we got all this. I like this part a lot. Like the opening is really cool. I like the crags. I like the desert environment. It's kind of like a mountain biome, but like all these different like shapes. You know what I mean? Shape your levels. Don't be afraid to add some crazy stuff. This banzai bill blaster was really cool. Someone in my Discord actually made a custom sprite in like a pixel editor, and that looks really awesome. We don't have this, but that's cool. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. That's been all. I'll see you around for E3.